Hello, dear students. Welcome to GDC Classes English. As you all know that recently RRB has released a notification regarding pharmacists. At the same time, state governments like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana has also released a notification regarding pharmacists. So, in order to boost up your preparation, GDC has came up with a new series called TEJAS. In this TEJAS series, you will be having 30 MCQs with a very detailed explanation. So, in this TEJAS series, I will be teaching you a pharmacognosy subject. So, in this today's pharmacognosy subject in TEJAS series, we are going to cover one of the important topic that is introduction of pharmacognosy. In this introduction of pharmacognosy, we are going to cover some of the important things like history, scope, and definition of the pharmacognosy and classification of crude drugs and parts of the medicinal plants, cultivation, collection of the crude drugs. So, in this session, we are going to cover these important topics and their MCQs. Okay, so let us start this today's session that is Tejas series for pharmacognosy classes. Okay, yes. Now we'll see the first MCQ in this Tejas series. Yes. So the question is the word pharmacognosy is derived from two Greek words. Option A, analecta and pharma, and option B, pharmakon and gignosko, and C, gignosko and pharma, and option D, none of these. So we are having four options. Okay. So the word pharmacognosy is derived from the two Greek words. So you should select the right option for this one. Yes, we will see the right option for this question. Yes, Pharmacon and Gignosco. Option B is right answer. Option B is right answer here. Okay, option B is right answer. So we'll see the explanation why the B is right answer. As you all know that while you're studying the pharmacognosy, okay, the first thing, the definition, you're going through the definition. So the word pharmacognosy is derived from the two Greek words that is pharmakon and gignosko. Okay, so where the pharmakon means a drug and where the gignosio means to acquire the knowledge. So in simple and one word, to acquire the knowledge of crude drug is nothing but pharmacognosy. Okay, yes, so that option um, B is right here. Okay, so this is the explanation for that. So knowledge of crude drugs or science of drugs or to acquire the knowledge of crude drugs. Okay, now we'll see the next question in this series. Yes. So who among the following was the first pharmacist? Okay, so as we are going through the introduction, in this introduction, it will be having history, scope, and the definition. So the question is giving from the history. So who among the following was the first pharmacist? Option A is Galen, option B is Sedler, and option C Hippocrates, and option D Aristotle. Yes, you should choose the right answer very carefully. So there are four options here. So what will be the right answer for this question? So first pharmacist. Okay, yes, we'll check for the right answer here. Galen is known to be the first pharmacist. Okay, the Galen is known to be the first pharmacist. We'll see the explanation for this question. Yes, the Galen is known to be the first pharmacist and was known to have had a number of pain relieving material, including opium in his apothecary. And also, why the Galen was considered as a first pharmacist just because the work he done for to prepare so many medicinal drugs and also he has extracted lot of chemicals by using his own methods. So those are called as galanicals, the methods which are used or the chemicals which are extracted from the plant material or from the plant parts with the methods developed by the Galen. Those are called galanicals, the chemicals which are extracted out from the cellular tissues of the plants by following these methods developed by the Galen, those are called as Galenicals. Okay, so he is a Galen. And also, some of the important points we need to look for here. The settler is also one of the important person, important scientist, but he coined a name that is a pharmacognosy. Actually, in his research work, the C.S. Sedler has coined the word. Initially, this was okay. In his work, he has entitled and he used this word pharmacognosy, but in his work called Analecta Pharmacognostica, he used a word or he coined a word called pharmacognosy. But before that, there is no word like a pharmacognosy. Okay, but the C.S. Sedler was the first person who used the word called pharmacognosy in his research work called Analecta Pharmacognostica. Clear? Yes, and also Hippocrates. Hippocrates is also one of the important person with respect to the history of pharmacognosy, but he is a great Greek physician from 460 to 360 BC and known as father of medicine. Yes, you should remember this point here. Okay, who is father of medicine? Hippocrates. And who is the first pharmacist? Galen. Who used the first word or who coined the pharmacognosy? C.S. Sedler. Okay, and we knew that Aristotle, the renowned philosopher from 384 to 322 BC, is well known for his studies on animal kingdom. Animal kingdom, yes. Um, we'll see. Aristotle is meant for, and he was got familiar for his studies on animal kingdom. I'll give you one hint here. Aristotle, the name starts with the alphabet A, and he has done the studies on animals, and that word is also starts with A. Aristotle, A. Animal kingdom. Aristotle, animal kingdom. A. Clear? Yes. And Hippocrates, I'll give you one more other hint here. So Hippocrate H refers to Hippocrates, and also that H refers to human beings. Hippocrates has prepared medicine for the anatomy. Okay, he becomes the father of medicine because he dealt with anatomy and physiology of human beings. Human beings, Hippocrates, human beings. Okay, so he had prepared a medicine for human beings. That's the reason he got familiar, or he is known to be the father of medicine. Clear? Yes. So that's about some of the important personalities in the pharmacognosy. Now we'll go for the third question in this series. Okay. Yes. And who is called as the father of medicine? Just now I has explained some of the important personalities in the history of pharmacognosy. So now you can able to or you can easily choose the right answer. Okay, option A is Hippocrates, option B is Cherok, and option C is Dioscorides, and option C is Dioscorides, and option D is Theophrastus. I think you will never choose the right or wrong option because we have already discussed in the previous slide. So option A is right answer because as you have discussed, Hippocrates is known to be the father of medicine because he has dealt with physiology and anatomy of the human beings. So that's the same slide repeated here. Okay, so the Hippocrates is known to be the father of medicine because he has dealt with anatomy and physiology of human beings. Okay, yes. Next, we'll see the other question in this series. Nothing but fourth question. Who coined the term called pharmacognosy? Who coined the term called pharmacognosy? Yes, option E is Nagai, and option B is Turner, and option C is Stas and Utto, and option D is Sidler. I think in the second question I have explained this one. I gave an explanation for some of the important personalities. In that I have included one name. I think if you properly listen to that particular slide, you are able to answer this question. Yes, we'll check the right answer for this one. Option D is correct. As I said that C.S. Sedler is the person first used or first coined the name pharmacognosy in his research work titled as Analecta pharmacognostica. Yeah, so he is a C.S. Sedler. Okay, and he is a person first uh, coined the term called pharmacognosy. Okay, and if you check for the other options which are given in this question, and first option, that is Nagai, he is an important personality because he has isolated epidrin in the year of 1887. So he is a person who isolated epidrin in the year of 1887. So that's the reason he got familiar. And Sertiner in the year of 1806, the Sertiner isolated morphine from opium. So Sertiner has isolated morphine from opium. Nagai has isolated epidrain in the year of 1887. Okay. And the third person or the third persons here, the third option, Stas and Otto. And I think if you have studied the pharmacognosy, especially the topic called alkaloids, you can easily remember that Stas and Otto's are the persons or the two scientists who prepared and who developed an extraction process especially for the alkaloids. Okay, so you should, whenever if you want to extract any alkaloidal drug, the first and primemost method preferable for to extract the alkaloidal drug is undoubtedly Stas and Ruttos method. Okay, so these are the two personalities who developed a new extraction process for alkaloids developed by them in the year of 1852. I think it is clear. Yes. Naga is Sertana, Stars and Ottos and Setter. Naga is for epidrin, Sertana is for morphine, Stars and Ottos is for to prepare or has they has created a new extraction process. They have developed a new extraction process that is for alkaloids. Okay. Yes. Now we'll go for the next question. Fifth question in this series. Who is the father of pharmacognosy or who is known as the father of pharmacognosy? Option A, Posert, and option B, Swedenlinnaeus, and option C, 𝙈𝙀𝙎𝙎, and option D, Dhanvantari. Okay, so this is the way the examiner will trick your brain in order to check your IQ and in order to confuse yourself. Because even though it is a very easy question, but he made the confusion with the options. Okay. Yes. Tell me the right answer for this one. We'll check the right answer. Yes. Option D is right answer. Dioscorides is a father of pharmacognosy. But now we need to look for what are the other important personalities in the in the history and introduction of pharmacognosy. Yes, Dioscorides in the book De Materia Medica, compilation of several plants, and he is known to be the father of pharmacognosy. Yes, he was when the work of Dioscorides has discovered in that work or in his book, people has observed the compilation of several plants which are having a medicinal values, so that people got to know and people concluded and considered him as a father of pharmacognosy. Okay, so because he was the first person who dealt with the medicinal plants. Simple. And Pliny and Elder are known to be the encyclopedic work entitled that Naturalis Historia. So Pliny and Elder, okay, so they has done and they have contributed the encyclopedic work entitled as a Naturalis Historia. And Galen is we have already thought about Galen because he is a person. Okay, and Galenical pharmacy is the first pharmacist, and Hippocrates, we know that father of okay medicine, and Aristotle, he made his contribution in animal kingdom, and Theophrastus has made his contribution for plant kingdom. Linnaeus, as we all know that, okay, Sweden Linnaeus, because he's the only person who discovered the binomial nomenclature or the binomial classification. Sedler, who coined the pharmacognosy, and Sir Joseph T. Hooker, plant nomenclature, and also George Bentham also contributed their efforts for the plant nomenclature. And Frederick Sertiner, we have seen this one, he has prepared, he has isolated the morphine. So please do remember these important personalities because they are very important, because especially from the introduction, from the history, These are the personalities who are frequently asking in the examinations for their contribution as well as their name. Okay. Yes. Now we'll go for the sixth question. Which scientist introduced the binomial system for plant naming? Just now I have covered that point, so you should definitely choose the right answer. Option E is Dioscorides, option B is Galen, and option C is Theophrastus, and option D is Linnaeus. Okay, so why we are giving a why we are giving a good explanation, why we are including such many examples, because if you keep on reading, if you keep on going through the slides, so that will become a revision for you so that you can easily remember, because you have seen that slide so many times entire this session, so that you know it will become a revision for you. You can easily remember. Okay. Yes. So which scientist introduced the binomial system for the plant naming? Option A Dioscorides, B. Galen, C. Theophrastus, and D. Linnaeus. Okay. Yes, I know the right answer, and I think you too know the right answer. Option D is correct. Linnaeus. So this is a person, Linnaeus, Linnaeus, responsible for his very disciplined contribution regarding the binomial nomenclature or binomial classification. Okay, so that's about the right answer for this question. Now we'll go for the seventh question in this series. Which two treatises are well known in Ayurveda? Okay, so this is an ancient science of life, as we all know that. So they were asking about who are the two important personalities in Ayurveda, because in every system of medicine, in every traditional systems of medicine, there are some personalities who made a lot of contribution for the development of such systems. So we need to remember that personalities, because those are important for the examination point of view, either maybe a pharmacist or maybe a GPAT. Okay. Yes, option E is Charaka Samhita and Pent Savo, and option B is Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita, and option C is Materia Medica and Analecta Pharmacognostica, and option D is Pentisava and Demetria Medica. So here, sorry to say that. So they were asking about the important scriptures or the books, not about the personalities. Okay. What are the two important scriptures or the work, or maybe the written documents in Ayurveda? Okay, not about the personalities, but they are asking about the important, the holy books that are there in the Ayurveda. So Charaka Samhita, Pentisavo, Charaka Samhita, Shushruta Samhita, Matria Medica, Analecta Pharmacognostica, Pentisavo, and D Matria Medica. So what will be the right answer here? Option B is right answer, because as we all know that the Charaka and Sushruta were the two important personality who made a lot of contribution for the growth and development of Ayurveda. And also, they wrote two books individually. Those are known as Charaka Samhita, is a book written by Charaka, where it is having 50 groups of 10 herbs. 50 groups of 10 herbs, each of which, okay, and he believed that would meet the requirement for the typical physician. So he wrote a book called Charak Samhita. So, which is nothing but 50 groups of 10 herbs for a typical physician. That is helpful. The Charaka Samhita is especially for a book, for a good book or a good scripture for the general physician. But whereas Sushruta is wrote a book called Sushruta Samhita, because he included and he arranged 760 herbs in 7 sets based on their common properties. Based on the properties he has arranged. And also, the well-known treatises in the Ayurveda are Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita. The Indian system of medicine or Ayurveda is used by a significant section of Indian people. Nowadays also these treatises or these holy books, okay, or these important documents maybe, or these writings, till now they are using in so many areas. Okay. Yes, but I want to tell you that one more important point here. Sushruta is known to be the one of the important and first plastic surgeon in the world. first plastic surgeon. No, now you can see right over here this image. But this Charaka was preparing a medicine, but whereas you can observe the Shushruta here, he was the person who had done a lot of surgeries in the past centuries, in the ancient times also. He has done a rhinoplasty and at the time of period. Nowadays, people doesn't know about the rhinoplasty. Okay, but people are getting aware regarding these things. But the Shushruta has done such type of plastic surgeries in the very ancient times. Okay, so that's another important point that is you need to remember. Okay, now we'll go for the next question in this series. Eighth question: the Emperor Shennong had written. The Shennong has an important personality with respect to the Chinese system of medicine. I think you people already knew this fact. Okay, but he wrote a book called Pentisabo or Samhitas or Materia Medica or Pharmacognostica, Electa Pharmacognostica. Okay, so in such type of questions, we need to apply a thing called elimination method because you already know that this is a Analytica Pharmacognostica is a research work for the C.S. Sedler and Materia Medica is also okay related to the diascurates, but Samhita is related to the Ayurveda. But what will be the right answer? Undoubtedly Pentisavo, because these are not related to the Chinese system of medicine. Okay. Yes. Shennong, the Emperor Shennong written the Pentisavo, the oldest known herbal, which is written around 3000 BC, which contains 365 drugs for each day of the year. For every day in year, for each day in a year, he included 365 herbs. Okay, but this person belongs to Chinese system of medicine. Now we'll see. But Papyrus Ebers and oldest document are an option A, Indian document, option B, Egyptian document, option C, American, option D, Chinese document. So, what was the right option here? Indian or Egyptian, either American or Chinese? So, if you properly listen the classes for traditional systems of medicine, you can easily answer this question because, as like the okay, countries has civilizations. So many countries has their each civilizations. So with respect to the civilizations, each civilization or each country having their own medical scriptures or medical documents. As like some we are having Indian documents which relate to the health or maybe medicinal herbs. That is Ayurveda. Okay, so American, Chinese, okay, Shenong, Pentisao, okay, like how? What will be the right option here? Papyrus Ebers, an oldest document, are an Indian or Egyptian, American or Chinese. We'll see the right option. Egyptian document. Yes, so this is the reference for the image of Papyrus Ebers. But coming to the history of pharmacognosy, in this, the Papyrus Ebers as an older document which is written in 1600 BC and which is a text document is dominated by more than 800 formula and 700 different drugs. Okay, yes, it is belong to the Egyptians, Egypt. Okay, so these Egyptians were aware of medicinal use of several plants and animals and also about human anatomy. Okay, I'll tell you one fun fact here. That's the reason if you observe, the cremations or the rituals of, okay, some of the countries like Iran, Iraq, Mesopotamia, okay, so such Egypt. So if you observe in the movies also, in such type of movies also, you can observe that they are they're placing some of the medicinal herbs to the just beside the dead bodies, or maybe they are placing the such type of herbs in their houses also. Clear? So which means what I'm trying to say that so these people are having the medicinal herbs and they know the utilization of medicinal herbs from so long back. Okay, so that data was encrypted or placed in document called that Egyptian document called Papyrus Ebers. Okay, yes. Next question in this series is the 10th question. Who is renowned for his studies on the animal kingdom? Who is renowned renowned for his studies on the animal kingdom? Option A, Theophrastus. Option B, Aristotle. And option C, Dioscorides. Option D, Sidler. So you should eliminate, try to remember one thing in such type of questions are there. Okay, in this MCQs question series, first of all, in order to choose the right answer, first you should select, should remove or should avoid or should eliminate the wrong answer. Okay, should apply the elimination method. You should remove that settler. Okay, so that you should eliminate such type of unrelated options here. Now we'll see the right answer here. Aristotle, animal kingdom, and yeah, I have said that the trick or maybe the hint to remember this one. Aristotle is the right answer, who is renowned for his studies on the animal kingdom. So he is Aristotle. Okay, so he's a renowned philosopher, well known for his studies on animal kingdom. Yes. Now we'll go for the 11th question in the series. How many drugs are mentioned in Shenlong's Pentisao? Okay, we have gone through that slide. That slide, he is a Chinese emperor or Edo emperor. Okay, so how many herbs are there? Option A, 50. Yes, option B is right answer here. 365 herbs are mentioned in this Pentisao. Okay, so option B is 50 and option 365. B is a 365, C is a 760, D is a 500. But right answer is 365 because he included that 365 drugs, one for each day of the year. For every day in the year, he included 365 drugs for 365 days. Okay. Yes. Option, question number 12. Pharmacognosy is also known as study of option A, galanicals, option B, drugs from animals, option C, crude drugs, and option D, human anatomy and physiology. So, what is the right answer here? We'll check the right answer. Option C, it is a crude drugs. Option C is crude drugs. Yes, study of crude drugs is known as to acquire the knowledge of crude drugs. Pharmacognosy, to acquire the knowledge of crude drugs. Okay, pharmacognosy is a study of a crude drugs or knowledge of to acquire the knowledge of crude drugs. So that's what we have already covered in the previous slide. So pharmacognosy may be defined as a branch of bioscience which treats in detail the medicinal and related products of crude or primary type obtained from plant, animals, mineral, and different sources. But in short, it is an objective study for crude drugs from natural sources treated scientifically. Clear? Okay. So this is a Epidra, I think, if you remember that. Okay. Yes. Go for the next question. We'll go for the next question. The 13th question in the series: who developed a new extraction process for alkaloids in 1852? We have already covered this one. Option A, Derosone. Option B, Sir Turner. Option C, Stars and Utto, and option D, Peltier. Pelletier. What was the right option here? As we have already covered this one. Okay, we'll see the right answer here. Option C is right answer. As I said that these are the two important scientists who developed a method for to extract the alkaloids from the Scylla structures. Clear? So this is here. Though a new extraction process of alkaloids was developed by them in the 1852, Stas and Otto, two important scientists. Okay, and whereas the Pelletier, the French pharmacist, and he reported the first isolation of strychnine. Okay, he was a person who isolated strychnine. Okay, Serturner isolated morphine. Derson, Derson is a person who isolated narcotin. Okay, there's own which his name is ends with an own. So, and the compound which was discovered by him was starts with N, narcotin. Okay, does own narcotin. That's why you need to remember. Okay, now we'll go for the next question in the series. That is the 14th question. Who described the healing property of essential oils? You should remember. You should say the right answer here. Option A, Professor Gandalf, and option B, Theophrastus. Option C, Hooker, Bantam and Hooker, and option D, Sedler. So simply you can remove two options here, I think so. So what will be the right answer here? You can remove two options, I think so. One is a Sedler and one is a Hooker. Sedler is who coined the name of pharmacognosy, and Hooker is who made a contribution for planking. So what will the right answer from option A and B? Option A is right answer. Okay. Grantel force. Okay. Is a person who describes the healing property of essential oils. Yes. So that is nothing but aromatherapy. So by using such type of essential oils and volatile oils, okay. So we used to relieve some pain, or maybe some other remedies are there which will be basing on especially essential oils. Okay, volatile oils. So you can see here, but the Professor Gandalf, the French cosmetic chemist, coined the term aromatherapy and describes the healing property of essential oils and involved the treatment by use of aromatic and essential oils. Okay, but in this aromatherapy, generally, the diagnosis will be done based on the past illness, patient diet, and lifestyle. There is no specific uh, diagnosis like pulse examination, tongue examination, okay, urine analysis, blood sample. So there is no such type of diagnosis are there. Simply they observe that past illness and the diet and the lifestyle. Okay, so based on that, if they are good or if they are moderately affected, so then only they go. We should go for aromatherapy. Okay, if the situation was severe, maybe the disease or the disorder, you should go for other remedies, not rely on that aromatherapy. Okay, yes, and this aromatherapy involves a massage for whole body, a bath, and inhalation. So in this aromatherapy, we have only depended on this aromatherapy entire COVID era. Okay, so inter administration in form of mouthwash and liquid. Okay, so here you need to remember that entirely this utilization of these essential oils in aromatherapy was described by a French cosmetic chemist, Professor Professor Gandalf. Okay. Next question, the 15th question in this series, that is the pharmacognosy is an outgrowth of, so where it was, okay, evolved. Option A is Atharva Veda, and option D, Matria Medica, and option C, Pharmacopoeia, and option D, Charaka Samhita. What will be the right answer here? We'll see the right answer here. Option B is the right answer, Matria Medica. Matria Medica is the right answer. Okay. So this will be the explanation. As you know that initially the pharmacognosy was Matria Medica. This is a book, this is a supporting image. In order to climb that, this is the pharmacognosy initially known as the Matria Medica. Okay, so this was a image. Maybe defined as study of fruit drugs obtained from different sources like plants, animals, minerals, microbes, and other sources. Okay, yes. Next, 16th question in this series. Okay. Cochineal is obtained from which source of crude drug? Option A, animal source, B, mineral, C, marine source, and D, vegetable source. So what is the source here for cochineal? We'll see the right option. Yes, it is obtained from the animal source because to get the crude drugs, especially from the nature, from environment, we have more than five resources to get the products. Majorly, we have a plant source, animal source, mineral, marine, microorganisms, and biotechnology. So, but if you check the sources, okay, uh, example for this one animal source, that is cochineal is a best example for animal source. We have a lot of examples of a plant source, but we need to remember that some of the important examples, some of the important sources like animal source and marine source and sorry microorganisms, and also we do get the medicines or drugs from the biotechnology also. Okay. Yes. Next question in this series. Yes, in this pharmacist examination, sometimes the question pattern will be changed to this type. Identify the mismatched pair. They ask you the identify the mismatched pair. Okay, they are asking the what was the wrong here. So hydatodes and piper beetle, aryloid and cardamom, caruncle and belladonna, and stropiol and colchicum. So they were giving here a specialized structure and the example of the plant name that it was containing. Okay. So hydatodes, piper beetle. Hydatodes is a type of trichome, and aryloid is a special type of outermost layer of plant seed itself. Caruncle, belladonna, stropiophile. What is the wrong answer here? Caruncle and belladonna. Option C is the wrong answer here. They are asking about the mismatched pair, not about the right answer. Okay, so this is supporting explanation. In some instances, okay, generally the plants to have some modification with respect to adapt the environmental changes. Okay, so uh, you should remember these specialized structures in this uh, plants especially. So aril is an succulent outgrowth from the hilum covering the entire seed as I observed in the nutmeg. Okay, we have observed that nutmeg, right? So we do get that that red color, a outermost layer that is known as aril. Okay, and whereas aryloid, the outgrowth originated from the micropyle and covering the seeds as seen in the cartworm. So this is a aryloid and arista or on. The strip, a bristle or bristle-like appendage with many flowering glooms and grasses is found in Strophanthus. So this is the if the particular thing it is having a clumsy or a flowers and also flowering glooms of grasses are there, that is known as arista or on. Okay, and caruncle is also there. It is a watty outgrowth from micropyle as seen in castor and croton and viola. Okay, so that is a caruncle. And the example for stropiole, the stropiole is nothing but an enlarged funicle that is seen in Datura fastidiosa and colchicum seed. And hairs you can see everywhere, like Gossypium herbarium and calotropes are the example for this type of outgrowth. Okay, yes, so these are all the specialized structures of seeds, major. So, what is the question for us? Actually, here, what is the wrong option is Corincle is the belladonna is the wrong option here. But Corincle will be seen in seeds like castor and croton and viola. The 18th question for this series, the study of chemicals derived from the plant is known as one is option A, medical ethnobotany, option B, phytotherapy, option C, phytochemistry, option D, ethnopharmacology. You do remember that you need to look for some of the things like elimination method, because they were asking about the study of chemicals but not the treatment. Okay, therapy refers to treatment, so we should eliminate this one. Okay, and we need to look for which one is having the right answer, whether it is option A or option C or option D. Okay, now we'll see the right answer here. Yes, phytochemistry. Okay, phyto means plant, chemistry means chemical, nothing but the chemicals obtained from the plant sources. But we'll see the other pharmacognosy fields here. The medical ethnobotany, that is study of traditional use of plants for the medicinal purpose. Okay, medical ethnobotany, so the study of the traditional use of plants for medicinal purposes. So that is a medical ethnobotany. Phytotherapy, by utilizing the plant extract to treat the disease. The treating the disease with the plant extract, that is nothing but phytotherapy. Phyto means plant extracts, plant therapy means treatment. So by using plants, you're treating disease. Ethnopharmacology, study of the pharmacological study qualities of traditional medicinal substances. Okay, so that's about the ethanol pharmacology. Phytochemistry. Phyto means plant. Chemistry means phytochemical. Study of chemicals derived from the plants and other sources is known as phytochemistry. Okay. Yes, majorly. Phytochemistry refers to uh, chemicals that are derived from the plant source only. And pharmacognosy, nothing but the process by which animals self-medicate by selecting and using a plant, soil, insects to treat and prevent disease. Okay, so that is a pharmacognosy. And lastly, marine pharmacognosy, the study of the chemicals derived from the marine organisms. Clear? Yes. So that's about this question. Now we'll go for the next question. 19th question in the series. Agar. Agar is obtained from which source of food drug? Agar is obtained from which source? Either animal, option B, mineral, option C, marine, and option D, vegetable source. You need to tell me the right answer. Okay. What was that? Yes. We'll check the right answer here. Marine source is the right answer because agar is a carbohydrates are obtained from the uh, marine source. And this is the examples of the drugs which are obtained from different sources as we have already covered in the last slide. So no need to go through this one. Next question, that is the 20th question for this series. So we are almost done. Have that patience. Okay. Uh, keep your positive spirit through this session. Okay, because it is a very useful and good session. So 20th question in this series, what do you mean by the botanical identity of a medicinal plant? According to that, okay, botanical identity. So, what are the things or what are the components to be there? Option A, species name. Option D, genus, species, subspecies, variety, author, and family. Option C, genus, species, subspecies, variety, author, family, and active principles. And option D, genus and species. According to the botany, if you prepare herbarium sheets, if you know that some of the topics, you can easily remember that. Okay. Yes, we'll see the right answer. Yes. Genus, species, subspecies, variety, order, and family are the botanical identity, but you know, apart from that, it doesn't, the botanical identity not refers their active principles. Clear? Yes. So that's the right answer. So that's what I said. So these are all the things we do cover in the okay botanical identity. Next, yes, my dear aspirants, as we all know that it is a good and very great opportunity from a GDC platform because we have started a lot of courses and series to boost up your preparation. So, as like that, here we are having one a railway pharmacist crash course, and we are having 200 live classes in this session in this particular crash course, and 500 plus recorded video lectures, and online test series, 400 plus online test series going to be conducted throughout your preparation, and 100 plus previous years MCQs uh, also there in this crash course. Okay, and also you will be provided with e-notes. Okay, and also if you enroll to this crash course, you will be benefited with the free pharmacist marathon series daily, daily until the examination. Okay, but this crash course already started and from the 18th August from 6 p.m. onwards. Okay, so for more such courses, for more such type of courses and stuff, please do install our GDC platform or GDC app from Play Store and do refer for the offers and courses and live classes and test series. And have a happy learning there. Okay, so new batch is going to be started. Okay, hurry up and get enrolled and have a happy learning. Next, going to the next question, the 21st question in the series, match the following drugs with the part they use, their part use. Okay, So they will be giving you four questions, okay, and with their options. Option, okay, P showing the cardamom, Q isabgol, R ipicang, and S saffron. Whenever you're having this type of questions in front of you, you need to be very careful because the examiner will trick your brain, will make you confused. Okay, so you can see here he gave you two similar, exactly similar options because okay, option A is also having P refers to 2, and also in the B option P refers to 1, but whereas option C has same option like P is also refers here, it's also denoting P refers to 2. So that you need to check that first. In this type of questions, you need to look for what are the options that you know. Exactly. So that you can, if you know any of the two answers, two options here, so that game is over. Okay, simply I'll tell you. P refers to cardamom. Cardamom is a fruit. Okay, so that option B and C are, D are eliminated. Isabgol. Isabgol, what is up? Isabgol. Okay, uh, option A is also right and B is also right. Sorry, option C is also right according to these two options. P refers to cardamom is a fruit, very good, and also P C also saying that cardamom is also fruit. But also Q says the same thing. Isabgol is a seed, okay, and uh, you know in the option A also it was right and option C also right. But this the thing you need to decide. Okay, saffron. Here you can that the right option. You only know that whether you may have the confusion ipicang, but saffron is a flower. But we know that the right option saffron is flower. So that this is how you need to cross check each option. Then only you should choose the right option. Yes, option A is correct. Option A is correct because we have cross checked all the options. Okay, so these are some examples and explanation. Okay, so leaves example, hemamelis, isomeris, belladonna, spearmint. There are a lot of examples there. Flowering parts like saffron is a flowering part, pyrethrum, clove, santonica, chamomile. Seeds like bitamon, black mustard, cardamom, etc. Roots and rhizomes like ashwagandha, ginger, turmeric. Like these are all the roots and rhizomes. And plants, entire plants and herbs are like vinca, ergot, and etc. Okay, you remember these examples. Okay, if you're having, if you want, take a screenshot and go through it. That will be good for you. Next question is 22. Second 22nd question. In morphological classification, drugs are classified based on. We have a okay, around seven classification are there: alphabetical, taxonomical, morphological, pharmacological, chemical, chemotaxonomical, serotaxonomical. But accordingly, what do you mean by the morphological classification? What does it mean? What it contains and how it is classified based on chemical conscience? Option A, option B, alphabetical order, option C, part of the plant or animal use, option D, therapeutic action. We'll see for the right option here. Option C is correct because morphology, gross morphology, which part it is, which color it is, which texture it is, which texture it is. So, morphological classification refers to the external characteristics of a plant part or animal part, whether it is which part it was, whether it is organized or unorganized. Okay, so that morphological classification is based on the plant part because morphology, gross morphology is nothing but external features. Okay, yes. Next question, 23rd question of the series. Which of the following pair of is not true according to the morphological classification? Crude drugs are grouped according to the part of the plant or end. Okay, yes. What they were saying here. Okay, first of all, I'll tell you one more suggestion here. Whenever, if you see such type of lengthy questions, try to read it twice or thrice so that you can understand. If you read the question in a hurry, so that the question will be worst. Okay, yes. So they were asking which is a not true based on morphological classification. Okay, so what will the not true be? What will the wrong option here? So option C is a wrong option. Okay, you can simply say seeds. Naxomic is a seed, Strophanthus is a seed, Isabgol is a seed, Castrol is a seed. Root, Rauwolfia is a root, Epicong is a root, Aconite is a good root, and Jalap is a root. And whereas entire drugs like Epidra is an entire drug, Vinca, Ergot, Cantharides, okay, Belladonna. Just now we have covered slide now, so this is how the questions will be. But here, the these are all are wrong options. Cardamom is the wrong option, Bitrolim is the wrong option, black mustard is the wrong option because they are not leaves. Okay. Yes, so same tabular for tabular image which is having a drug image and as well as their function as well as their examples and their part. Okay, next 24th question of the series. The major merit of chemical classification is that it option A provides information about the active constituents of the drug. Option B is easy for lay persons to use. And option C reflects the evolutionary relationship. Option D simply requires no scientific knowledge. Okay, let us check for the right answer. Yes, option A is correct. This provides information about the active constituents of a drug. That's the reason it's a chemical classification. Okay, in this chemical classification, we do classify the drugs based on whether it is alkaloid, whether it is glycoside, resin, tannin, flavonoid. Okay, so that chemical classification will be done on basis of type of secondary metabolite or a chemical constants. Okay. Yes. So that's the 24th question. And next we are moving for the 25th question. Okay. So this is an explanation that we have already discussed. Okay. Because they are already arranged in a chemical nature and active constants of a drug. Okay. So that's the reason. The option is that one. Option is E is right. 25th question in this series. We're almost done. Have some patience. Okay. Which of the following queries are true according to the chemical classification of drug? Just before this slide, okay, before uh, two slides, we have seen that one question that so which of the following are not true according to the morphological classification? But here they are asking which of the true according to the chemical classification. So you should look for it. Okay, so they gave four options: alkaloids, glycosides, lipids, resins. So you need to check which plant these belong to which classification. Okay, so that's the way you need to start. So here the option C is the right answer. Sorry, C is the right answer for this one because the lipids classified. Okay, there's nothing but castor oil is a lipid. Beeswax, lanolin, and cod liver oil. These are all lipids. Okay, so uh, that's the right answer for this one. So these are all some of the examples that we already came across. Okay. So alkaloids, we know several plants. Glycosides, we know the several plant names, T-salicena and everything. And volatile oils, tannins, and other plant secondary metabolites are there. Okay. Next, 26th question in this series. Chemotaxonomical classification combines which two types of information? The name itself saying that chemotaxonomy. Option E, alphabetical and therapeutic, morphological and chemical and botanical, zoology and therapeutic and chemical. So here the name is saying that chemotaxonomical. So we'll check for the right answer here. Option C is right because the name is saying chemotaxonomy, chemical plus taxonomic classification. Okay, so chemical constants and the botanical or zoological family. So that's the reason chemotaxonomic classification has to of chemical constant and botanical and geologic family. That's the right answer for this one. So, chemical facts and taxonomic position and their relationships and evolutionary history of plants. So, that is chemotaxonomical classification. Next question this one. The following classification of herbal drugs gives a better understanding of biosynthetic pathway in drug. Option A, botanical, B, chemotaxonomical, D, taxonomical, and D, chemical. We'll see the right answer here. Yes, few more seconds are there. Now I'm going through that. Right answer. Option B is the right answer. Chemotaxonomical classification is the right answer. Okay. Yes. As you know that it is a system of classification of herb drugs for better understanding of biosynthetic pathways, etc. Okay. Yes. I think it's almost done. Phenyl, cardamom, 28th question in the series. Phenyl, cardamom, mentha fall under which class of pharmacological classification? Whether it is they become emetic, okay, or maybe they are carminative, or maybe the purgative, or maybe the cardiotonic. What is the right answer here? Emetic or carminative or purgative or cardiotonic? So we'll check for the right answer. Option B is the right answer. These are all are having carminative property. That's the reason we are taking this sum, zera or anything immediately after having meal. Okay. Yes. So classification, the based on it is a carminative. It is a carminative because phenyl cardamom and okay. Yes. And there are some more other examples. Please go through these things. And the last second question, 29th question, the name, the process which removes sand, dirt, foreign organic matter from crude drug. Nothing but in this pharmacognosy, you people are having to, uh, processing of herbs. So in that processing, it is having primary processing and secondary processing. In the primary processing, in order to remove that sand and dirt and foreign organic matter, we do one procedure. What was that? Harvesting, garbling, prickling, packaging, and washing. What is the right answer here? Garbling, the physical removal or the removal of dirt and everything is known as garbling. Okay, so nothing but some of the definitions. Cultivation refers to act of preparing land and growing crops on it. Collection means to collect the drug. Harvesting means to gather the useful part of the plant. And drying means removal of moisture. And garbling means to remove sand and foreign organic matter. So these are all some of the important definitions that should be remembered by. Okay. Next, the last question. So it's time to end the session, but we need to complete this one. Okay. Match the following drugs used in the treatment of various diseases. So simply they're asking, we are giving you example of one drug and they're asking for what medicinal property they have. First option, P. Rolfia epidra Kushi, and on other options, anti-amoebic, antitussive, bronchodilator, antihypertensive. Okay, so we need to go for the right answer. Option B is right answer here. Okay, so we'll see the explanation, then we'll end this session. Okay, so these are all the examples, these are all the things that we have discussed up to now. Please go through it. Definitely, you will have the answer. Okay. Yes, that is for today's TEJAS series, especially for pharmacognosy introduction session. Okay, in the upcoming session, we'll have another set of 30 MCQs in the part 2 pharmacognosy TEJAS series. Okay, but to get more such content, more such type of series, more such type of material, classes, and everything to boost up your preparation. Okay, so do install the GDC platform or GDC classes app, and you have a lot of series, lot of classes, lots of material. Okay, so do install and get enrolled in the courses. Okay, thank you. Have a happy learning. We will see in the next stages series with another new 30 MCQ questions. Thank you. Have a great day and have a happy learning. Thank you.